We already talked about football player archetypes. Now let's talk about the men that get paid to shout at those footballers.
The second team! Sorry! Last time I talked about your attitude!
Look, fellas, I'm not here to time waste, okay? I am not Sean Dyche. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I am the streets champ, Toby World. And I don't have an intro. The first manager archetype, the cunt.
But hey, Toby World, what's a cunt?
Well, very ironic that you asked, Mr. Elon Musk. The cunt is the manager that is looking for any reason to get under people's skin. They are managers that are like 50 years old, so they're a little too old to know what the term trolling means. But it's ironic because they're literally trolling every single day. I could have picked a lot of menaces, but I think I'm gonna pick my favorite cunts of all time, Jose Mourinho. Now, being a neutral and watching him be the human equivalent of Bugs Bunny is really fun. But imagine how annoying it's got to be as an opposing manager. I mean, like, where do we start with this guy? Okay, how about the fact that he basically made Pep Guardiola go bald? Because Mourinho was stressing this man out when they were both managing in Spain. Hell, that's why Pep Guardiola left Spain, to get away from this lunatic. Or how about the time that he basically called Arsene Wenger a pervert? Bro, Mourinho had Arsene Wenger's head so hot that he provoked him enough for Wenger to want to push him. Do you know how much of a piece of crap you gotta be for the nicest guy ever, Arsene Wenger, to want to put his hands on you? Bro, Mourinho could make a nun want to throw hands. Nah, but you know the funniest thing Mourinho used to do? Remember his second stint at Chelsea when he just kept beating teams? But before the match ended, he would decide that he just wants to leave early, and he would go over to the opposing team's manager and just shake his hand. Imagine being a manager and another manager's beating your team so badly that before the match even ends, he decides this match is done, bro. Look, just shake my hand so I can get out of here. Bro, how did nobody punch this guy in the face? This man is simply the 50 Cent of football. Next manager archetype is the war criminal. I'm gonna say this quickly and softly so the sponsors don't get mad, okay? These managers are the terrorists. You know who these managers are because you've probably stumbled across a picture of them edited looking like, I ain't even gonna say. These managers do not want to beat you the beautiful way. No, their wins are uglier than Maggie Gyllenhaal. When you're going up against these teams, no, it's not some hipster manager on the touchline. No, you are going up against Saddam Hussein. Having an away game against these guys is the equivalent of those American soldiers going over to the Middle East. You're just praying that you can make it home before Christmas. If I was a football player playing away at the Wanda Metropolitan against Atletico Madrid, spearheaded by this man of all people, bro, I would be playing with those like lockets that like have a picture of my wife inside. Hello, I'm an Arsenal fan from Asia. I traveled 1,000,000 miles to finally see my team play. I bet they're gonna play amazing. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Listen, shut the fuck up, sit down, and watch the scrappy 1-0 win against Leicester City. Arteta is definitely one of the great war generals in the making. This man will play a CDM at striker. He will have a back line of 4 center backs. He'll have a midfield 3 of 3 central defensive midfielders. Hell, he'll probably play goalkeeper on the wing if he feels like it. Thomas Tuchel as well, man. Do you want to know what 3 at the back means to him? It means only 3 goals are going to be hitting the back of our net as we win the Champions League, bro. You cannot stop these guys. Next manager archetype, the big game specialist. Yep, when it's time to face one of the small teams, these managers stink. But when it's time to face one of the top teams, they basically morph into Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho's son. And I have one big example. In the 1880s, the people of London feared Jack the Ripper. In the 1960s, the people of San Francisco feared the Zodiac Killer. You want to know who I feared? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. For context, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Fuck Chelsea, Chelsea shit.
Let me paint a picture for you guys that I used to experience every few months, okay? Manchester United have just gone on a 20-game lose streak under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Chelsea are unbeaten for the last 3 years of football. And the next game is Chelsea versus Man U. This win is gonna be so sweet. Look, Man United, you guys have lost like your last 20 games. Just take this pounding nice and soft. Shut the fuck up and just take this hype. All the Man U fans are coming to me before the game. They're like, yeah, you guys are gonna beat us. We don't really care. All the Chelsea fans are feeling confident. Ooh, I can't wait for
You're
this
4-0
game.
down.
What?
Yeah, you're 4-0 down. Man, you are beating Chelsea 4-0.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Man U
Yeah,
are beating...
4-0 right now. It's been 12 minutes of football, sir.
Fuck! Whenever the headlines say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is on the line, yeah, he definitely locked his players inside of a hyperbolic chamber and forced them to lock in. Besides Liverpool, I can just about remember any top 6 team beating Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Man U. Chelsea were getting smoked. Man City were getting smoked by them too, bro. Even PSG weren't safe. Despite the fact that they could not beat any of the small teams. Bro, the day that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got fired, bro, it felt like a man that had been abusing me my whole life had passed away. Next manager archetype, the manager that fails but still wins? I'm gonna call these guys the Adam Sandlers of the football world. Now, if you've watched an Adam Sandler movie, now I'm saying this with respect because I love them, but you've basically seen them all. Adam Sandler plays the same guy in most of his movies, where he's basically a loser, but he's still winning in life. He's a guy that is out of shape, but is somehow also athletic and good at sports. He's a guy that is awkward around women, but this is his wife. He's a guy that is constantly down on his luck, but this is his house. Basically a guy that cheats life, and that is also relevant in football, especially with managers. Because answer me this question, how the hell did Company get relegated and still end up managing Bayern? What in the Adam Sandler movie is this? Or how about this? Roberto Martinez. He got relegated with Wigan and got a job with Everton.
To be fair, he did win the FA Cup with Wigan.
And to make matters worse, at Everton, he didn't do bad. He did okay. He wasn't like amazing, but he somehow ended up with the most important job of the 2010s, managing Belgium's golden generation. The Belgian Federation saw these demons and said, you know what, yo, let's give these guys Everton's manager. Yeah, I think these guys were a few years a little too early on that call. Yeah, but you know what? I can't even complain, man. If I had these guys kind of luck, then I would be playing the lottery every night and I'd be DMing Sofia Falcone trying to see if I can test the waters. The next manager archetype, hey, he's kind of old. Should he still be out there? I want you to take a look at Roy Hodgson. This poor man is about to turn 150 years old. But alas, anytime Crystal Palace have even the slightest dip of form, they drag this poor man out of his retirement home and force him to manage. Roy Hodgson was 26 years old in 1932. There is nothing this man wants more than just to sleep. But you know what's funny about this old head? This guy loved beating Manchester United. But you know what's crazy? Old managers are now becoming a thing of the past. Me growing up as a Premier League fan in the 2000s, all the managers were old. Literally, the average Premier League manager looked like they lived through the pandemic. No, I'm not talking about the one in 2020. I'm talking about the one in 1920. But nowadays, we got managers that are too young. We got managers that are younger than their own players. Football is not a boys' game. We gotta bring back the old heads. All right, final manager archetype. But before we get into that, guys, you guys already know the vibes. I'm gonna need you to please like the video. And of course, if you are new here, we are on the road to 100,000, baby. So please, all I'm asking you to do is subscribe. Like the best things in life, it's free. Join us on this legendary journey. Final manager archetype. The manager who was an amazing player, but he stinks at being a manager. Oh, are there examples of this? So where do we begin? Oh, how about one of the greatest players of all time, Diego Maradona? Bro, at this man's prime, he could run through an entire team by himself like he is prime Bonnie Blue. Yeah, but as a manager, this guy was pretty cheeks. Bro, no tactics, no structure, no high line. Bro, the only highlight this guy cared about is what we already know. Thierry Henry as well, bro. He's hopeless. Being coached by one of these world-class players must suck. Imagine Thierry Henry shouting at you after a game saying, "You were through on goal. Why didn't you just simply dribble past 5 players, outpace the last center back, get your bearings straight, and just slot the ball in the bottom left corner?" Because I'm not you. I am not you, Thierry Henry. I can't do that. These managers think because they're really good at football, they can transmit that into other players. You can't, man. Look, you're just gifted, okay? You are absolutely amazing at the sport. The things that you could do naturally, most players could not do even if they trained for 50 years. I feel like Messi would be an awful manager because everything football related just comes so naturally to him. How the hell is he gonna coach anybody to do a fraction of the things that he was able to do? Ronaldo as well. I think in terms of training and fitness, he could probably get the most out of these players, but bro, there's just some things that he did in a football pitch that no other player is going to be able to do. With that being said, I got bad respect for the players that were world-class in their playing careers and went on to be world-class managers. Anyways, guys, it has been your boy. This has been Manager Archetypes. Guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, all I'm asking you to do is just like the video. That's it. And of course, like I said before, we are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. subscribers. So if you want to join this journey early, you can subscribe. And of course, videos will be here next week. It has been your boy, the Streets Champ, Toby World. Love you guys so much. It's been your boy. And comment any manager archetypes that I left out. And I'm going to be in the comments seeing if you guys know ball. Take care.